Hey guys, the BBC have released their first teaser trailer for The Reckoning, the Jimmy Savile drama, starring Steve Coogan. Let's have a watch together, and then I'll give you my comments at the end. Here we go.
I'm not an act. What you see is what you get.
We'll be in touch.
He's our man.
He was one of the biggest manipulators of people to rise to the status that he did.
The investigation found no evidence to justify the allegations.
And you consider that to be the end of the matter?
He groomed the whole nation.
There are rumours that there's another side to you.
What rumours might those be?
He gets away with it because no one else sees it. It's a violation.
As old as I am now, I would have danced on his grave.
Whew. Even looking at that trailer creeps you out, do you know what I mean? Because you just are reminded of how dark and horrific this man really was. I did struggle to get an impression from it as to what kind of show it actually is, because there seems to be some real footage of Jimmy Savile in there. That bit from behind his back, waving to all his fans, that's real footage. It's not filmed for the drama. There also seemed to be a voiceover that implied it was more like a documentary. So I don't know whether this is a documentary drama or just a flat-out drama about Jimmy Savile. Steve Coogan does look a lot like him, I have to say, but I just wrestle with the problem is that you can never show the true horror of his crimes in any drama because it would be unbroadcastable because his crimes were that terrible. So how are they going to convey his crimes in a convincingly horrific way that makes us realize what a vile person this was, and yet somehow keep it within their viewing broadcasting guideline framework? Because it's the BBC. If it was HBO making this, and why would they ever do that? They're American. They would probably go all out and make it one of the grossest shows ever made. But it's not. It's the BBC. We all know they're not really going to push the boundary to like an 18 rated show because they just don't do that. So it's all going to be implied, and whether that will have the necessary punch, I don't know. It is good to see that we have people denying his crimes, seeing letters there from police and stuff, and people saying, well, I didn't get anywhere with this. And I think that's good. We do need to understand the vast cover-up that was involved with what he did. But at the same time, I'm thinking, but hang on, the BBC are making this, but it's the BBC who are the primary people who covered up his crimes. So are they going to do a huge hit job on themselves and admit throughout the whole programme it was us who covered it up, it was the producers who covered it up, it was crew members who knew about it who covered it up, or are they going to kind of skirt around that? So it's a kind of okay teaser. I am again really uncomfortable about this being made into a show. I don't really know whether we can get any more unsettling than the numerous documentaries that have already been made about him, and whether we needed a drama about him, I do question. I really do question whether that's needed. But we'll see. What do you think about this? Will you watch it? Do you think this was a wise choice by Steve Coogan? Do you think he's going to be lauded for this performance, or do you think it's going to negatively impact his career? Let me know, and we'll talk about it some other time. Actually, let's not talk about it at all. Let's just leave it and see.